Throw up those tweets from Christopher Murphy, Democrat United States Senator, one of the most powerful men in the country. Look at what he does, trying to kind of imply that there's going to be government pressure here in the future. If you don't, you will comply. This is what they do. They put this subtle pressure. Read this. InfoWars is the tip of a giant iceberg of hate and lies that uses sites like Facebook and YouTube to tear our nation apart. These companies must do more than take down one website. The survival of our democracy depends on it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a United States Senator using his office and his Twitter feed to put the heat on private companies to deplatform people whose ideas he doesn't agree with. You may not like them. You may think those ideas are abhorrent. But the very essence of free speech when it comes to government officials like this is protecting speech you don't agree with. He takes the opposite approach. If I don't agree with this speech, I should use my Twitter account to put the heat on to pressure these companies to deplatform ideas and people I don't agree with. This is disgraceful. Now, Murphy, who I think senses he may have crossed the line, by the way, he probably didn't, because he's probably a big government statist. He probably just read his Twitter feed and there was massive backlash to this. He tries to kind of dial this back a little bit with this later tweet. Throw that one up. But the damage had already been done. I read both of these when I was sitting there on this elliptical, and I was unbelievably, can I say pissed? I'm sorry. It's a family-friendly show. I was really ticked off. There's a better way. Sorry, I already said it. Private companies deciding not to let their platforms be used to spread hate and lies is not the same as government censorship. Dude, you work for the government. You are a United States Senator using your social media platform to put de facto pressure on companies to deplatform people you don't agree with. What are you talking about? You work for the government, and now all of a sudden you're dialing it back. Oh, this is not the same as government censorship. No, you know what is? A United States Senator on Twitter using his Twitter account to pressure platforms. That's government censorship. Chris Murphy, you work for the government. Did you not figure that out? Do you not look at your pay stubs? Is the direct deposit confusing you? Do you not realize you're paid for by the taxpayer? Did you think U.S. Senate was a corporation somewhere? Did you forget about the election? Folks, we're going down a really dangerous path here. Again, I object to this. I think these platforms should be out there. These platforms should be open to ideas you don't like. Frankly, to ideas some of you find repulsive. You don't like them? Don't watch them. If they say something slanderous or they write something libelous, then use the court system like everyone else. But this idea now that we're policing speech, I object. But again, I want to be crystal clear from the start, because I refuse to be a hypocrite on this, even when it impacted me. I don't believe there is a role for government in this. These are free market companies making really stupid decisions about what to do in policing speech. And again, I'm not sanctioning or agreeing with any of the speech on any of these networks. That's not what I'm saying, because I don't watch them. I can't. I don't even know what's on there. I'm just telling you we're walking down a very dangerous path. And the involvement of a U.S. Senator ironically, on his social media account, putting the squeeze to these companies and then pretending he didn't in a later tweet is pretty disgusting.